and welcome to Tony's Talk, a podcast in which we talk with the staff and students here at Uplift Community High School about their journey to how they got here today. I'm your host, Maurice, and for today's episode, we have our early college coordinator, Mr. Pavlov. Thank you for joining us.
My plan for after high school, actually, I was going to join the United States military and enlist in the Navy, but I decided at the last minute, like about a week before I was supposed to enlist, that I was going to go to college instead. So I made some quick plans to attend Western Michigan University in Kalamazoo, Michigan. It took me a really long time to get through college because, first of all, I didn't know why I was there. I just went because I saw other people going, and I was the first in my family to go to college, so I didn't really have a lot of support in terms of like helping me decide what I wanted to do or how to do college successfully. So it took me 7 years to get my undergraduate degree, which typically it's supposed to take 4. I was also working full-time and kind of like trying different subjects and majors because I didn't really know what it was that I wanted to become. And then I started taking some geography classes that I really liked, and I really liked the professor, and started to kind of like develop a relationship, just like finding out what other classes he taught and what other like kind of like what careers looked like in things related to geography. And I kind of finally settled on urban planning, and because I thought that was really interesting in terms of like how places are formed, how cities are built, all this kind of stuff. So I took more classes and also liked economics, so I decided to minor in economics, and then I graduated with a degree in urban and regional planning. And I found a small consulting firm here, which brought me to Chicago because I was going to school in Michigan. And we worked with cities and other local governments around the world, actually, on how they can grow, how they can build new sports arenas, convention centers, hotels, all kinds of cool stuff like that. And I worked for that company for about 5 or 6 years before I got laid off, which was an interesting situation for anybody who's ever been laid off. It's kind of leaves you like, oh, okay, now I don't have a job. What am I going to do? And I really liked, I kind of stumbled through high school when I was a student. I didn't really like the academic part of high school. I liked all the social part of school. So I was like that kid that was like always finding a reason to get out of class and like go find like things to do for other people that weren't my teachers. But it kind of made me, because I was laid off, I had this time to decide like what is it that I really wanted to do. I liked the kind of social and like connection environment of school. So I started volunteering at a high school here in Chicago and just spent more time in that environment, and made me decide, hey, I really like this. I see a lot of like opportunity to kind of help young people figure out what they want to do. So I went back to school in a master's program to get my teaching certificate, and then became a social studies teacher. Started teaching U.S. history, psychology, and then that kind of developed into doing some more post-secondary advising, so doing college and career advising with students. Also created an internship program for that school, and so then it kind of got me in the space that I'm working now, getting students early college, getting students work experience, jobs, all that kind of stuff. So I went to college twice, and that's kind of how I ended up here in the role that I'm in. The equipment and just the different technology with the cameras and the audio. I just think that'd be really cool to be putting things like that together, whether it's a TV show, a movie, maybe even podcasts, who knows. But that's what I would like to do. I think it'd be really cool. I know nothing about it. I don't know if I'd be good at it, but it's interesting. But when I was young and I went to college, I opened up credit cards because like there's laws against this now, but like when I was young, freshman in college, 18 years old, like there'd be these tables out on the college campus giving away frisbees, t-shirts, all kinds of free stuff. And all you had to do was sign up to get a credit card. I was like, sure, I'll sign up. I had a credit card where I was awarded or approved for a credit card that had a pretty big spending limit on it. And I was young, I was stupid, so I spent all the money. And then I realized, oh wait, I don't have any money to pay this money back. So that put me financially in a hole right away. So I had to really work hard to finally pay that off. It affected my credit. But also, I didn't do financial aid correctly for college. I took private loans out instead of government loans. I'm still paying my student loans to this day. I've been out of college for 20 years. I still pay about $400 to $500 a month on my student loans because I didn't do financial planning in college correctly. So that's like the biggest mistake that has had probably the biggest impact on my life now is make smart money decisions. Don't spend money you don't have. 10 years from now, probably would be doing something still connected with youth development. I don't know if I'll necessarily be working inside of a school, but I also kind of like this, like helping programs grow and kind of like changing structures in organizations and institutions for like better opportunities. So like, how do you make it easier for students to get jobs while they're in high school, like career-based jobs? How do you help kids get access to college and programs and opportunities and things like that? So I don't know what that looks like, but that's where I see myself.
For real. And that wraps up today's episode. Thank you, Mr. Pavlov, again for joining us. Make sure to follow us on Instagram. Thank you for listening, and remember to always have pride, perseverance, respect, integrity, determination, and empathy.